see. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. Right now, it's just me in the studio. Kind of crazy, but maybe I can give you guys a little access into my mind. Let's see what I'm thinking today. But I don't want to talk about anything too crazy. I just think it's a cool little opportunity. We can kind of get a glimpse into Jared's world. So thank you guys for coming out, watching another episode of Imma Come Clean. My name's Jared. I think if you're watching this, you probably already have a decent idea of who I am. It's early in the morning. I'm a little tired right now. It's like nothing crazy, but yeah, I don't even know what to do with this right now. Like, this is just kind of awkward. Like, do you guys come here often? I don't know. I'm usually like not really just sitting in front of a camera like this by myself, like talking. But this is cool. I mean, I think like I don't feel too uncomfortable right now. Like, I think after 35 episodes, I think I have a decent comfortability doing this now. You know what I want to talk about a little bit? So I think I go on Twitter. I feel like I go on Twitter. And for a decent portion of my life, I feel like Twitter has definitely made me like a worse person for a multitude of reasons. I think like just seeing how hateful a lot of people are on there. Like people just get on there just to talk shit, just to like demean other people. And it's like, it's a horrible place. Like it's not, I think in high school when I first started using it, like it was like heaven for me. Like it was the greatest place on earth. And like as I got older, like as social media started to evolve a little bit, it honestly became hell on earth, which fucking sucks. But I get on there and I feel like people are just so opinionated, and it's like a lot of their opinions is kind of like, it's cool. Like I think what people don't understand is like, all right, that's your reality. Like, like just because you feel that way doesn't mean that the 6 billion other people on the planet are feeling the same way, or 7 billion, whatever the fucking number we're at right now. And I think a lot of people need like a reality check, because I feel like people live in this little fucking fucked up world of Twitter, and like they think that that's it. Like this is like whatever you're seeing on Twitter, like this is the world. And it's like, I think for a long time, like I felt that way too. But as time went on, like I realized I'm like, okay, this is not like a true perception of like reality, because it's very skewed. But okay, so this is, and then like I'm going on this tangent. I'm about to talk about something really stupid right now, but I love Ed Sheeran. And like I'm not afraid to admit that. Ed Sheeran is my guy. Like I get a lot of his music is very like radio-y, and like I get that. But a lot of people go on Twitter and they just want to bash this motherfucker, like as if like he's not. I feel like whatever your opinion is on his music, like he's a talented person. And I feel like this dude has written so much music that has just spoken to my soul. And like I'm very big on lyrics. Like I love lyrics. I think like, and I love melody too, but to me, I feel like if I can relate to your lyrics, if you're saying something in your song that like, that speaks to me, it's like I'm gonna fall in love with it, like no matter what. So, and I feel like that's what he does for me. And I feel like I come out and I tell people, I'm like, yeah, like I like Ed Sheeran. They're like, oh, Ed Sheeran? Like, okay. But I feel like a lot of people, they just don't get him. They want to act different. They want to follow the crowd. But I stand by Ed Sheeran. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you boost off and give me the shivers. This song right here. This song is crazy for real. Pull up the lyrics. Arrow to the heart. No. So sorry. Arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouse that tastes like yours. Strawberries and then something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. We're gonna sing another song for you guys. This is what this is turning into. I'm just gonna be me. We're just gonna be singing. I feel like I've actually wanted to do. I love karaoke, but I feel like I don't really, like I'm not gonna just burst out in a song in the podcast. As the guys are here, they probably wouldn't fuck with that. But right now, it's my time. This is my space. This is my moment. So we're gonna be fucking singing. Let's fucking get it. Part of me has like been kind of like, this is really fucking dramatic. Or part of me has like been wanting to get my heart broken a little bit. Not because like oh I deserve it or like anything like that. It's just more of like like it makes songs like hit so much harder. And this is one of those songs that would hit so much harder. I'm about to sing some Spanish right now. For my Spanish speakers out there, don't judge me. Mi amor, no existe amor perfecto. Empiezo a pensar que esto del amor es una fantasía. Y luego caigo al suelo porque tú te vas. Cuando más te quería, te hubiera sido antes. Te marchaste cuando uno eres tan indispensable. Mi amor, te extraño. Beautiful fucking song. Holy shit, man. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming out, enjoying. Probably by the time this gets cut down, might be like 5 minutes of Jared time. Maybe next time we can come, we can do an ASMR little segment. I don't know. Whatever. You guys like drop something in the comments if you guys want more of this, or if you hated it, I can honestly just leave the podcast altogether too. So I mean that's also an option. So, yeah, so leave some comments, let us know how you're feeling about this, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Look at my twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Titties out, like
How big you are?
How big am I?
How big you are?
How big I am?
How big you are? You are big. How big?
That's fair.
I'm probably that. So I'm a grower, dude. Are you a grower or a
I'm
shower?
definitely a grower.
Yeah,
I'm a grower, bro.
you barely know her. Thank you for another episode of watching Imma Come Clean podcast. Today we have Jared.
You know, it's an honor. I've been watching the pod for a while.
Oh, sick, man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that I finally got the opportunity to come beyond. So
Yeah, man. We've been actually talking about having you on for a while, but I know we've been getting busy.
Yeah.
But I'm
I get
glad,
that.
if we're we want the best person ever on our podcast. And after Rick Darge, Chris Candy, and John Russell Couch said no, you were outside selling ass. Or hey, let's get that one.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, at least you thought about me. So
Yeah, could you actually sign the guest wall behind you?
I'm kind of down.
Yeah.
You really want me to?
Fuck it, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Actually, we might not have enough room
For what?
there. There's not enough room on there on that wall.
Oh man, yeah, never mind. Dude, sorry.
black wall.
Yeah,
There's not enough. I can't.
yeah, it's all filled up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like there's barely anything.
If we get more panels, I'll hit you up for sure, man.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Just
So I would just come back.
Yeah, you could just hang out.
Okay.
Well, when we ask you to come hang out.
Yeah, would I be I'd be able to be on the pod again too?
If the first three say no, yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Have you done a podcast before?
I did a little solo thing before.
Was it any good?
It was just me singing for like an hour.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, I think some people would consider that good, but I think it's.
You know who you remind me of? You remind me of this one dude. It was like this one movie trip. Kevin. Have you heard of Kevin?
Kevin? No,
yeah,
what's
it's
Kevin?
like this. I think it's like a Peacock original.
Oh no
Yeah,
way.
can we put the trailer right here? Actually.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
You can't sing, you sound like shit.
Have we done that yet?
I don't know.
Because
We'll
there was a
just do it.
joke where I know I was like, I don't know if we actually put it in though.
Oh, okay. I just put it in.
Okay,
this time.
perfect.
Okay.
just like start playing the trailer. Straight
Yeah.
up, or
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Just play the trailer. Cut it in.
how long is it?
Too long.
3 minutes, I think.
It's a long trailer.
It was a different era of trailers, bro. Like,
I feel like that was the same time.
feel like trailers are
Suicide Squad. Was that the same time?
I think it was a little bit after. No, because Suicide Squad came out in 2019, 2016.
2019?
and
Oh,
Kevin came out in 2019.
damn, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. I remember that trailer. It was so good.
No,
And I remember I actually enjoyed the whole movie, and people said they hated it. But
yeah,
I think
it's fun, but I think there is like a lot wrong with it.
what's wrong with it for you?
I just the villains and shit. I just feel kind of like, man, I haven't seen it in a minute, so it's kind of hard to
Oh.
like exactly point it out. But I think I know too. I think like they had remember the first trailer that there was two trailers that came out. There was one the first one that was like super dark. It was like really gritty. And then I think the studio freaked out. They're like, no, we need to revamp it. So then they redid the whole trailer a couple months later, and like they remade the whole movie virtually. Like they re-edited it, and like they made it super fun and like that uplifting with all the music and shit, super colorful. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that
That's
actually.
actually what since we have this now.
Okay. I remember hearing about both were I heard the whole movie was re-edited like 4 times. That's insane. Like I heard the final cut of the Suicide Squad was edited by a trailer house and not actually like a production company.
Okay.
I have an idea too. We should react to the Kevin trailer up there.
We should react to our whole podcast. To our first podcast.
Our first.
Okay, so this is
The original one?
this is
Can you say what it is? I can look it up.
redid that was. This is the one that they redid that was fun. So like they added Bohemian Rhapsody to it.
I don't think we could play that.
Huh?
We can't play that.
Uh-huh. Why? Well, even just beyond the podcast, I actually just want to
You guys commentate over it.
I want to just.
Yeah, like Bohemian Rhapsody trailer better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still play right now, right?
I think like that's obviously like fun, but like it's like I could see like the first trailer being kind of like boring, but then
Yeah.
you kind of like then you do some shit like that and it's kind of just fuck the movie over like.
Wait, say it again?
So I think obviously like they set out to make the movie one way, and then I feel like no matter how good your editing is, like you can't really change like what your original tone for the movie was and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
So it's like they kind of just shot themselves. Like I get what they were going for, but you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh, wait. Oh, so they pretty much like re-edited the whole film to appeal to the trailer with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
in
they
it?
just like I think they just changed the entire tone of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
But despite all, I enjoyed that movie. I remember.
Yeah, no, I think
hard comic book fans are like,
Mhm.
fuck this. But I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I think it was fun. Like I enjoyed all the characters and everything. I think I just didn't enjoy like the villain aspect of it. I just thought it was kind of lazy.
Just Jared?
No, not Jared Leto was barely even like the villain. He was kind of just there. Like
I kind of forgot what happened.
Yeah.
Was it the witch?
the witch kind of she has like a brother and she like brings him back to life and then he's like the big bad guy.
Oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
barely even show him, right?
Yeah, there's like no emotional connection to him and shit.
Oh,
Like, he's
'cause
kind of just there.
There's that story that everyone knows, the Jared Leto one, where he like he went method,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would like send dead birds to
Yeah.
cast members. That's crazy. He's
Yeah.
probably like 7 on the call sheet.
Yeah, literally. Well, no, because I think he was probably a bigger part of the movie, but they cut a lot a lot of his shit.
Oh really?
'cause I mean,
I think I heard about that too.
Yeah, because if you watch the movie, like he's virtually only there like for Harley Quinn. Like that's kind of like it's only part of like her kind of like her side story.
Yeah, he didn't really do it. He just
Yeah.
pulled up with a helicopter and then got Harley back.
Yeah, that's like literally it. Like,
Dang.
like stupid as hell.
Can we watch Kevin?
That's how we can 100% watch Kevin.
Let's react to it.
Oh.
Adults react to Kevin?
Give a round of applause for Kevin.
And we'll leave a link as well if you want to watch Kevin.
On and 2.
This was lit pretty well. That's crazy.
You can't play the music either, but can you turn it down a little bit?
I don't think this got monetized on my end of it.
Well, I mean, you can't have it. That's not how the monetization
Okay.
works. Yeah.
Trying to become this great singer. I need you to be working to make money for this family. We need you.
It's crazy how
Eileen and
good
Gigi.
that shit looks.
Was that Michael Galavi's?
Yeah.
Lena Gigi?
Yeah.
Hi, Lena Gigi.
It was just shot on a GH5, bro.
That happened. That's the movie.
You can't sing. You sound like shit.
Oh, that scene was so hard to film for me.
know.
That was the first time I was ever angry in a film.
You need to be more realistic. Give up this fantasy dream.
Out of all people, I thought you would have been the one person to believe in me.
So real.
My sister likes this trailer.
You sing just as shitty as you hum, you ain't making it anywhere, kid.
How do you expect to make it anywhere when you keep getting caught up in stupid situations
I'm
like
doing the
this?
best with what I got.
Your best isn't good enough.
No, I don't need this bullshit, man.
Where's he now? Where's Christian? Use my jacket.
Oh yeah.
If we have max
missed
new
that car.
VFX now,
Dude.
We should get this re-edited.
I think I still have all the footage. I think the only thing I might not have is the audio. That's the only thing.
Show the world.
We can ADR it. It's a stock footage.
It fits perfectly though.
Yeah,
like.
and then Halen's in this. I remember. It's crazy because the XLRs that you
I
plug
know.
in.
Yeah, it's wireless.
What the fuck just happened?
That's how it ends.
Oh,
No,
perfect.
no, there's more
the
back there.
fucking, the thing just turned on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, is this guy serious? I don't know, bro. That shit kind of slaps.
Audio sounds terrible. You're a fucking artist, Dylan.
I am.
I was
this
still
is
just
about you.
I was still just so shook with how good it came out, like the quality of it.
People
Crazy
thought it
it
was a
took
real
like
film.
5 months to film
I
that.
know, yeah, because there was like 87 scenes in it.
It
and
was
shit.
like the worstly planned thing we ever filmed. It was stupid how he planned. It would be like 5-hour meetings. It'd be like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then we do one scene at a place, and we do a meeting again. Hey, what else should we do? That was insane, dude. I feel like if none of us were
Left
friends
him-
with each other, we'd be like, this fucking idiot.
Yeah, like, it honestly left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, but like the end product was pretty, like it kind of made up for it a little bit.
Do you love it? Didn't it get deleted? It got deleted off your Twitter though. Didn't your Twitter get deleted? Or
Yeah,
something?
well, no. So I think I think I had a video that went viral.
Yeah.
It got like a million views. So then I tagged, I put Kevin under it, and then that ended up getting like 80,000 views, like just from that thing. Like,
Whoa.
but then and then like I think in 2021 my Twitter got deleted.
For what?
Just from like posting a bunch of videos like music in it. So I was just getting.
Oh no!
copyrighted.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened to me too.
It's stupid as
But
fuck.
I'm okay with it because I had like 50,000 tweets from like
Yeah.
2012, so there for sure were things that could have canceled me.
Yeah.
But I feel like,
Yeah, I think I purged the fuck out of my Twitter one time.
would you search up just the N word?
Yeah, and just other derogatory terms that maybe I shouldn't have been saying.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I actually do feel that.
Yeah.
When did those days end? Like 2016, 2017?
No, I think I really didn't like say the N word like too much.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I would say F slur.
Yeah.
That was one, but that was more like it was never referring to
Yeah, I
people.
know.
It was more like,
I feel that.
oh, someone's kissing another dude.
Yeah.
You know, right now. Okay, no. I don't want to commit to that. I don't want to commit.
Yeah.
Guys, just kidding. I was just kidding.
No, he's dead serious.
Someone's gonna bring up the receipts now. Be like,
Hey, you
All
can't
these
find
tweets.
it. That Twitter is gone.
I wonder if you could like call Twitter and if they could bring it back.
Mr.
isn't it
Musk.
a web time machine? Like you can go back in time on the
Oh
web.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's archived because I did download like the archive of my Twitter.
Would you have to have downloaded it before to do that though?
No, I think it's just I don't know how it works,
No,
but
yeah,
it
that would be
saves-
crazy.
Yeah, but you can like look at what the internet looked like in
Mhm.
like the beginning of like the internet.
That's
basically.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so
Whoa,
cool.
Whoa, Pornhub.
Dude, I used to, so I think I got an iPhone in like 9th grade. I think it was 9th grade. And like for like all the way maybe through like to right before like my junior year. So like literally like most of 9th grade, most of 10th grade, I like my phones would keep fucking up. Like I would break them somehow, like something would happen, they'd get wet. And I never backed them up. And I've always for the life of me, I've always just wanted to get like every single one of those pictures back from that time.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
dang, that was pre iCloud days, huh?
Yeah. Because I mean I could have backed them on my computer, but I just never did it.
What's the oldest like photos you have? Like,
I
what's the
have
oldest one you
literally every single photo and video I've ever taken like since 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
like
good
it's
time.
back to my computer.
You ever just go back and reminisce?
100%.
I feel like if I do that too much, I'm gonna keep thinking about how good that was.
Yeah, well,
ever think
yeah.
about
Obviously,
that?
I'm not doing it all the time and shit.
Oh, okay.
Especially because I feel like there was a point where I was, and like, I do it probably like maybe like once a year now.
Oh, okay. Because I remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember Time Hop? Remember that was a thing?
Time hop?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
It was pretty much just one app that connects all your social medias and then tells you annually how long ago something was. So it's like
Oh,
if you
okay.
posted like a selfie with you eating with someone, they'd be like,
Mm.
"Hey, remember this 5 years ago?"
Yeah.
But then I remember like after high school, some people would be like, "Ah, dude, remember this? The days." I'm like, "All right, I'm deleting this. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't be talking about this."
Are you talking because it was like bad? Like
No,
which
no,
was-
no. Like, it was good, but I was like,
Okay.
dude, like I'm not. I don't want to. There's so much more
Yeah.
because there
I
are a
feel
lot
that.
of people who are just still like, "Oh, the days." And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like now that I live more, I'm like, those weren't really the days.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like there are aspects. I feel like I look back in my life when I was younger, and I feel like there was like less like shit to worry about.
Yeah.
It was kind of like you were just worrying about stupid shit, like just your grades or like your crush.
You not having a door.
Literally, worst time of my life.
When
so,
did your mom? So for context, you
Mhm.
got grounded
Yeah.
when you were in sophomore year because you're
Mhm.
failing all your
Sophomore year.
classes. Still insane. Every single one.
Okay, why don't you worry about yourself, bro?
So then your mom took away your door.
Yeah.
At what point was she like, "Here, I love you. Sorry, happy birthday," and there was like a wrapped door under the Christmas tree?
It was honestly, I don't think I got. So I think she took it away in like February of 2014, and I didn't get it back until I think like August. So it was a decent amount of time. It wasn't until like I was about to
Wow.
start my junior year that I got the door back.
Was it
Yeah.
like, would you plead her?
I would beg her all the time, my bro, can I please just get the door back? All the time.
What
Imagine
was
if
her
someone.
response?
She was like, we'll see.
We'll
Never
see.
saw.
We'll see.
Where did she even place the door?
I ended up finding it one time. It was just in this back shed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it was insane.
What did you do? Did you just start doing well again? Or
I
was
mean,
she,
I
like,
worked
spin
my
line
ass off that whole semester, like to get my shit back up. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the deal? It was pretty much, hey, I'm gonna
No,
take
that
your door.
that was not necessarily like a deal. She just took it like as like out of like retaliation. Like,
Okay, because you were just fucking up
Yeah.
for so long.
yeah.
Okay, and then after did you like start passing all your classes, and that's when she? Or
Well,
did you
yeah.
start,
Well, I mean, I brought most. I think I still got a D and an F like in a class.
Yeah.
But, like just in general, like even if like I was on my shit, I was still would have like 100% struggled like in those classes. Like
Dang,
so.
it's crazy because like you just have to like plead your teacher like, please, I just want my door, and then if like you tell them your door's taken away,
Yeah.
child services is called. Dude. What if like a landlord, if you're like renting a place, they're like, you're kind of late on rent, they just take away your front door.
Damn.
That's kind of fire though.
that'd be
Like,
pretty
instead of just being evicted immediately, like you just kind of like they slowly start taking things away.
Just take
They take your fridge.
Kind
They
of
take
cool.
your
Like.
microwave.
Because I'm gonna own property and then rent it out.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do that.
I
But,
think
like,
me too.
Yeah, like that really is the way for like passive income. But there's a lot of like hate on
I'm doing that. Like,
landlords. Yeah, on landlords. But
That's
it's
what I
like,
was talking about in that little like beginning thing of like people just like going on Twitter and just talking shit.
yeah, because I remember Hannibal Buress said he was like against landlord tax or something because he owns property in Chicago and Airbnb's it. Oh no, actually no, I think I remember what he did. I don't know, I might be winging it, but I think he had all this property, like he owned like an apartment complex,
Yeah.
and then I think after a lease ended, he told everyone they had to leave,
Yeah.
and then he started Airbnbing out everything there.
Mm.
But then he got like a lot of heat for that
Yeah.
because they're like, you're kicking out families, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's just like never black and white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it
Like,
is.
yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I really don't know because I haven't
Yeah.
been in that situation where I get kicked out from a landlord.
Yeah.
But also like,
You know what I've
chase
been.
the bag.
Yeah, you know what I've been thinking is like, oh, like with the housing market's like so fucked up and shit.
Yeah.
Like anywhere you go right now, like they're building homes. So it's like, is that good or is that bad? Like, that's a good thing, isn't it? For there
I
to be
mean,
like this.
for in what regard? Like for the environment, probably not. But
Okay,
for-
no. I mean, like just for people, because I'm like with the housing market and shit being so fucked up. Like, wouldn't it be good for there to be more homes? Because like there's like a backlog of like people like trying to like on waiting lists, like trying to get apartments and stuff. Like,
I mean, in like I'm not a professional, but
Yeah.
I play City Skylines.
Okay.
Right.
yeah.
And it's a city builder game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't build houses, your people get sad. And,
Yeah.
And if your happiness is too low, then you lose. So you
Okay.
have to keep building houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Building out, and yeah.
I see a lot
keep
of,
up
like-
with the demand.
So that's real. Yeah. So I think that like that answers my question.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gentrified areas.
Yeah.
Like I live in like a gentrified.
Yeah. I
like
think
building,
You
'cause it's-
definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
so-
like you go to all this like neighborhood. It's like ghetto as fuck, and then out of nowhere there's just this brand new nice ass house.
Hey, my mom pays a lot to help me out pay for that place. It's not that. It's kind of. It's cool.
I've seen worse.
Does it feel? What made it seem ghetto to you?
There's just trash like right in your front area.
Fuck, that's true because we're so accustomed to it now.
Yeah. I also
feel like
I've
when
only
people
been there at
visit,
night
they're like,
too.
"Oh yeah, you did come at night."
Yeah.
Because I think we're so accustomed to it. We're like, yeah, but it's not even like the hood. It's
Yeah,
more
no,
like,
yeah.
why is there a pile of boxes in your front yard? But I don't know. Like, I don't know what the trash people do. Like, there aren't really rules. An Amazon delivery, it'll say like it'll come in 2 days,
Yeah.
and then the delivery guy will just like give up and not go find your house, and then so I have to wait another week. And I'm
You're
like,
lying.
Yeah. So I have to like ship to Amazon lockers.
That's so
'Cause
annoying, dude.
you have like it's like I'm not gonna say the address, but it like becomes a
It's a
half
decimal
or a
yeah.
decimal, yeah, which is like weird.
yeah.
So,
But it's a nice house though.
Yeah, no,
which I'm
it's
excited
super
about.
fucking nice. Like,
But
I really fuck with it.
yeah, it's like some people just buy out homes
Mhm.
for people who've lived there for like 40 years, and they just put like townhomes there.
Mhm.
And I don't know if there's a point I'm trying to make, but they're making a lot of those in my neighborhood. Like
Yeah.
I've seen I drive by like 4 every day where they're doing construction. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that looks like
That's
an
what I'm saying. Is
influencer
they're
house.
building homes
Yeah.
everywhere.
But where are those people who got bought out? Where do they go? Like, where is the
I wonder if
new
they're
place?
bought out like with a decent price. Like,
No, because they might actually just be renting, so they might not even be. They might not have
Oh,
owned
okay.
it in the first
Yeah.
place. So I wonder where that place is. Because before, I
that's
know
where,
when
yeah.
like gentrification happens, I think people were moved to like South Central
mhm.
and like Compton. But
Yeah.
apparently Compton's getting gentrified now too. So I wonder where like the real heart of like the hood is.
Yeah,
Because want to visit?
I'm kind of down.
I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
I wanted to get my friend Sabrina on with, or she said she was interested, but she's not a social. She wasn't a social worker. I thought she was, but she basically just worked in the streets, like helping homeless, like be
Like counting
give
them?
them resources to be able to like not be homeless if they didn't want to. But she's seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah. If you're gonna like Skid Row.
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's where she worked too.
Okay.
Like every day. And it was kind of
crazy.
she was it was just wild, like
Mhm.
especially being like a woman in that area, like I would be afraid for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's she got some crazy stories.
Yeah.
Do you also have a hair on your mic? It's like walling out right now.
On mine?
Yeah.
Let me make it a mohawk.
You said you wanted to get her like on the pause, so she
Yeah.
can talk about
She said she was down.
Okay.
But she said she also wanted her friend to hop on because her friend still is actively doing it.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, by any chance, do you know a person named Yolo Baragan?
YOLO Baragon?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, never
YOLO,
mind.
you only live once?
Yeah, his name was Yolo, which is crazy.
No, what
It's
is
this
he?
dude I skated with. Like he's from like San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
And then like I remember Go Skate Day. We were like in 8th grade, and then like I just happened to meet him there.
Mhm.
And then we had to like skate across the 6th and Mill Bridge. If you know that bridge, it's like the newest bridge, but we were on the old one.
In LA?
Yeah, in LA. We were downtown LA, and then like he came, and then to go back to where we were, you had to like go through Skid Row, and then he was like, "Hey man, could you and your friend come with me across Skid Row? I'm kind of scared."
Who said that?
YOLO
Oh,
said
okay.
that because he was like, "I have to go back, and my ride's over there,"
Yeah.
and we're like, "That's like 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 50-minute trip out of our way,
And then kind of come back.
and then you have to
too.
go back." And he was like, "Please," and we're like, "Nah." And then he went by himself. I haven't heard him.
Never saw him again.
Never saw him again.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, I think about him
So
sometimes.
dramatic.
Am I a bad guy?
No, he's, I mean, that's like an hour that way, and you have to come an hour back.
Yeah, because
like,
I don't know if like homeless people, because most of the time homeless people do mind their business.
yeah, they're chill.
And
like-
if you're like mobile, you're like moving.
yeah, if you're
Yeah.
skating, they're not gonna go for a moving target.
yeah.
You know, you know.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Pursuit of Happiness?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, that movie. I don't know if I've talked about this, but I used to have like straight PTSD of like being homeless. That's my alarm.
I thought that was the intro
Wake
to
up.
Kevin. That's crazy.
What do you mean?
The beginning sounded like the intro to Kevin.
A pursuit of happiness.
No, that- did you hear it?
Yeah, like
It
that,
really
that
sound-
violin thing.
that was
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
But wait, so you just had PTSD of being homeless?
I just thought we were gonna be homeless. For
Do you
some
know what
reason,
Why-
PTSD
what made you-
means?
Yeah, it's like post traumatic stress disorder.
So did you have that?
Yeah, because
You
that movie was so traumatic to me that I used to genuinely like lay in bed at night like thinking I
I
was
thought like the instance of that happening to you, like it brought back memories, but it's the actual movie.
yeah, the movie is what gave me
Oh my
PTSD.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is like the priest thing all over again, where you're like, this didn't happen to me, but it might, so I'm gonna cry tonight.
You know, you're getting really good at invalidating my feelings. You know that?
I'm sorry.
No, I don't think you are.
I don't think I am. It's like me watching porn and be like, oh, I fuck so good.
It's so much different. That was real life, bro.
Okay, that's true. But what made you think like, were you like on the brink at that point? of,
No,
like,
I don't think we
oh.
were, but I was just so worried. I'm like, oh, what if it did happen? Like,
Oh, okay. I see.
like how, like, you know, like that would be so sad. Like,
That would be hard. But I
Yeah.
also think when I watch movies like that where someone like starts at the bottom and then
Mhm.
makes their way up,
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Like I complain if I didn't eat. It's
For
like,
real? You
like
thought that even as a kid?
wait, what?
You had that mindset as a kid?
Like when I watched it, yeah, where I was
Okay.
like, damn, I really
Yeah.
like if this dude could do it.
Yeah.
And then he has a kid too to take
Yeah.
care of, and he has to worry about what that kid's doing while he's trying to chase this internship that he's not even getting paid for.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to sell these machines. And me, I'm like, oh, I just need to stop buying all these granola bars at 7-Eleven. I have granola bars at home, and that's like a struggle. That's
But okay,
crazy.
but I said, when did that movie come out? Like, I think like 2006?
2006, but
So
I
when
think the
you
first
were,
time I
like,
watched it, I didn't watch it the first time ever. I think the first time I watched it was like when I was like in high school.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
that
okay,
was
okay.
still like I had the self awareness to
Oh,
be
okay,
like,
okay, yeah,
damn, this
yeah,
dude's
yeah.
work
That makes
ethic is
sense, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That
But-
makes a lot of sense.
But
Yeah.
I wonder
Oh, you're
how if they left out anything, like if he actually got helped out in a little way, or if they
Yeah.
over dramatized it, where he actually it was all by himself. You
Yeah,
know?
it's good. I mean, I feel like with movies and shit, it probably was dramatized a little bit. But I used to have a weird relationship with movies like growing up.
Like,
Like I used to like. I remember. Have you ever seen the movie The Fugitive with Harrison Ford,
no.
where he's like framed for his wife's murder? This dude's like he's like on the like something happens, his wife dies and he's being framed for it and he's like on the run. And then like there's a point where he like steals a fucking like an ambulance and shit because he's like trying to get away from the cops. And then I literally when I was younger, like I could not watch things like that. Because it would just stress me the fuck out. I'm like, what is he doing? Like he's gonna go to jail and shit.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh, I think I felt that with Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Remember? Because I was like the whole time.
Yeah,
I was like,
but
this
you were
dude's
like
fucking up.
older at
That's
that point
true.
though. Like,
How old were you when that movie came out?
I think I remember watching the movie probably when I was like in kindergarten, like first grade, and just being stressed the
being
fuck out.
pissed
Like,
out.
yeah.
How often do you stress out just generally?
I mean, I think I'm better now. Like,
Yeah.
But
What made you better?
I think we're just getting older and just understanding like it's a fucking movie. Like it's not real. Like,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah,
I think I always just stressed it. Like I've had silver hair since I was like 14.
that's crazy. Yeah, well, I feel like I've been worried. Like you know this fucking hilarious story. I remember this one time we were like working like on like an art project in like third grade, and I remember I think I had to like underline some shit. Like we also did like we had to like write something and we had titles.
Yeah.
So I was underlining the titles and I fucked it up. So I was like, oh, let me do it again. And I ended up like fucking it up so bad it just looked like shit. And I remember like literally like for months I was like worried. I'm like, if the teacher sees it, she's gonna be mad at me. So I would literally like lay awake at night like thinking, and we never went back to that project. Like it was just crazy. Like because I remember just like I was just so stressed. I was like, there's no way this is happening to me right now and shit. Like,
Dang.
yeah. And so like I was like I would say yeah, for the most part like I was kind of like a stressed out like little kid.
Damn, I still think I do that now.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I'd get like if a job texted me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, did you wear your work t-shirt to your first day of work? I remember I was like, should I lie and say I did? Or
did you not?
No, I didn't. I didn't
Okay.
because I don't think I got a shirt yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I was like, should I lie and say I didn't? Or should I just tell them straight up that I didn't wear the shirt? But then if I tell them that I didn't wear the shirt the first day, then they might fire me and then they might get mad at me and be
Yeah.
like, damn, why'd I hire this person? This is like right after I graduated.
Yeah.
I think now I'm kind of like, it's just a job because it was like a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, what do I do? And I
Those-
sit on it. I'd like have to sit on it for like an hour. Like, what do I
Yeah.
tell them? I just told them I didn't have it. They're like, oh, okay, just do it next time. I was like,
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
That's like high. Those are like high thoughts though. Like
yeah, I don't know. I literally just go down every single potential.
yeah, no, I totally fucking feel that. I think before, so I think before the pandemic, I felt like I was pretty level headed. Like I think shit would stress me out, but I think I would be able to like catch on pretty quickly, like and like not let it ruin my day.
Yeah.
But I think now with like struggling with anxiety and shit, like I think I'm definitely a little bit more like on that overthinking shit. Like, where like just one little thing happens and like it's like, oh, it's the end of the world and shit. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. It
Yeah.
sucks. And then like there's those little periods of time where you're like, everything's fine.
mhm.
So like if I pick this choice, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you ever have those periods where like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm cool right now. But then
Yeah.
other times you're like, I'm like
Every day's-
clenching my teeth.
Every day's a
right
different
now.
day. Like you just feel different.
That's deep.
Yeah. Hate that shit, low key.
Stop that.
Sorry.
Are you sorry? Are you sorry to anyone? Do you have any regrets with anyone? You want to? Do you have any beef with anyone?
No,
you've
I
had
honestly,
long-term?
I think I asked you that question earlier. I'm more of like a. I don't really beef with people like that.
Oh. That's crazy because I was like, what should we talk about today? And you're like, let's talk about beefs.
Because I want to
So
hear
it's
about
just-
your beefs, but I know. Let me elaborate.
Okay.
Because I feel like actually I have one. This is like old. Like it was like really random. I just went to high school with this dude, and we were cool. Like we were chilling, and out of nowhere, the dude just stopped fucking with me. Like it was
Oh.
really random. Like, and it was one of those things where it's like I barely even consider that beef because it's like I wasn't beefing with him. Like
Yeah.
it's like that was on you. Like that was your fucking problem. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember just little things. I think there was this one day, like, so his cousin went to school with us too. And me and her were like, she used to sit next to me in class. And we were like fighting over her phone. Like we were like in like a tug of war over it. And then like in the movies, we both let it go at the same time. We like watched it like fly across the room. And it like hit the ground, it cracked, and I felt so fucking bad. Like,
Aw,
I was like,
damn.
literally offered, I was like, I'll pay for it, like to fix it and everything. And she was super cool about it. She was like, oh, like, no, it's fine. Like, literally, don't worry about it. Like, it's cool. And I was like, okay, for sure. And then he came up on me, like pressing me. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, you're a fucking piece of shit for that. I was like, bro, this literally has nothing to do with you. I was like, what the fuck?
He's
Like,
letting his own thoughts out.
literally, like, yeah. I was like, obviously, like at this and like now, like being more aware, I was like, that just showed like how much like you obviously had a problem with me to like. To
Yeah,
begin
he was
with and
ready.
shit. Yeah, I was like, you're a fucking.
You fucking with her?
You're a fucking weirdo. Like, and I remember there was this other girl like that. He told her some shit. That, like I had her nudes, and I was like showing people. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Yeah, why can't you show us?
yeah. I was like, I mean, it, like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do now.
I want to show my friends I get play.
It wasn't true though. Like, it was fucking stupid. Like, I was like, with this dude, I was like, and at that point, it was clear. I was like, yeah, this dude has a fucking problem with me. I was like, fuck that dude.
Do you
like,
still see him around?
No, I mean, he's been like MIA. Like, I haven't
They're
really-
gonna say like he's been in jail.
Yes.
Do you have any friends in jail right now?
No, I don't even think I know anybody that's like even been like arrested like that.
Damn.
Do you have friends in jail?
I think I have like 2. Make it sound like okay.
That's
They're not
a
even
lot.
friends.
What kind of people are you around?
I feel I really did hang around everyone in high school.
Yeah.
Like I was never like I wouldn't acknowledge like, oh, those are like popular people, but like I never was like, I'm not gonna hang out with them. I was
Yeah.
always like, if you don't smell bad, we're
That's so
cool.
real, yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
that's a good metric though?
Yeah, and as long as you're not a dick, like,
Is you're not a dick
Yeah, I
or you
fuck
don't
with
smell
you.
bad?
yeah,
Because there would be some people I'm like, oh, why isn't anyone cool with them?
yeah.
And then you take like 2 steps closer.
Yeah.
You're like, geez, this is a putrid smell.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever been around anybody where it's been that bad. Like, I've smelled people where I'm like, okay, you could use some work.
Because it really is just in your head. You're like, oh, you fucking disgusting person.
But I said, well, you're making it seem like you went
Piece
up,
of
like you were standing around them, and you wanted to throw up. Like, was it that bad?
It wasn't that bad, but it was more like, dude, just get a stick
Yeah,
of
I
deodorant.
feel that. Yeah.
When did you guys like know that you needed to do that? Did your parents tell you, or like I don't know,
Like
like
to bathe?
yeah, like to put on deodorant? Because that was
Oh.
like I feel like I remember when that was like.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
What
Yeah.
about when did you find out that?
I feel like I think my my school actually. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was like around like 6th grade. They show
Yeah.
you like the videos and stuff, and then is that what happened to you guys? They showed you videos.
I don't think I got a video.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. They show you like all like the sexual education videos,
Yeah.
like the new things that are gonna happen to you.
Yeah, I don't think I got any of that.
It was weird. They like
Yeah.
put us in a room.
It's like necessary though. Thinking
Yeah.
back at it. Like,
Yeah, but like it was hard because like we were just like we were kids and we were just like
what the
this is
fuck?
weird, and we were like giggling like and like they started putting us like if anyone laughs like you're out. You're not gonna
So
you're not gonna
funny.
participate, and you can't like have I don't know like you can't
Sex.
participate in the food after or whatever.
And
Like,
we're not gonna give you deodorant.
Yeah, right.
Imagine,
Yeah.
Then you're just a starving kid that doesn't know about sex.
Yeah.
You have ribs and everyone's fucking.
That's a crazy take for real.
Getting punished. Just
For the
great.
rest of your
Now you
life.
don't get to learn sex. Oh. I for sure laughed during that. That's why I don't know about. That's why I lost
So
it.
you're a
So-
late bloomer.
That's why I'm a late bloomer. I'm
That's
still
so real.
blooming.
I was gonna say, I remember I went to Six Flags, I think in 8th grade. And it was hot as fuck. This was before I really invested in deodorant. And I remember just being there and I smelled it on myself. I mean, you know it's bad when you could smell it on
Because that
yourself.
means because like that stands out. That's like only like a fraction of what other people smell.
Literally, I was dying inside. I was like, I can't believe I've done this. Like,
Yeah.
and I remember I was with girls and stuff too. I was like, I literally I didn't put my arms up at all. People were saying bye. I was like, bye. Like, not giving anybody hugs or anything. I literally wanted to die afterwards, and ever since then I've been on my deodorant shit. Like,
That's
heavy.
good. Because
Yeah.
I don't think I've had any of you guys ever smell
Mm-hmm.
because we obviously wouldn't have this podcast.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm scared that sometimes I smell. But I remember
I don't think I've
reading
ever smelled you.
something that like Asian people, like South Asian people,
Mhm.
produce less. Their sweat glands aren't as present, so they don't produce as much sweat.
Are you South Asian?
I don't
The
know.
Philippine South.
It is right. I don't even.
It's more like
Search it up.
East,
Search it
isn't
up.
it?
I don't know
East
because
Asia.
You could do it.
it's right next to Korea. Korea's South Asian. Do South Korea or Filipino South Asian?
Officially, of course, Filipinos count as Asians, and the Philippines are part of Southeast Asia. But describing Filipinos as Pacific Islanders isn't necessarily wrong either. In fact, for a long time, Filipinos were known as Pacific Islanders.
Oh, so yeah.
Pacific Islander, fool.
Do you know that? I think I told you guys that because Filipinos are pretty much mixed with Spanish blood.
Yeah, and the Mexican Asians.
And yeah, they're the Mexicans of Asians and like black.
Mhm.
Like OG Filipinos are black.
Mhm.
That's cool.
That is kind of cool.
So like during Stop Asian Hate and Black Lives Matter, I was like,
Mhm.
thank you everyone.
I'm included.
Fuck yeah, it's my turn. Right now, whose turn do you think it is right now? Because I think it's the Jewish folk.
Jewish, yeah.
Who do you think's next?
We just predict the next depression.
We should do we should do dude, I met this one kid who's also going to Emerson. Well, he's going to Emerson right now.
Mhm.
But he's Jewish, and then he got during the pandemic he got a tattoo of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye's,
No.
like on his chest, and then his family was like, "Don't do that." And he's like, "I'm gonna do it," and then everything's been happening with Kanye, and now he's removing it.
For real?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
That is so wild.
because he can just like redecorate it or something,
Yeah.
put a yarmulke on it.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
That'd be kind of hard.
Just put an opposite. If you put a yarmulke over any of Kanye's album covers.
Are you
It's
like, are
fine.
you done with Kanye?
I still listen to him every day,
Mhm.
but I remember like while he was getting canceled, like dude, he's made Gorgeous, he's
Yeah.
made Bound
He
2,
made Wolves.
he's made Wolves, he's made Father Stretch My Hands 2.
This is like our Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
So how do you? So Dylan, what's your take on like not like condoning or co-signing like anything Kanye said or done, but like when it comes to just like the art that he's like produced? Like, are you
what
somebody that believes that we should just like entirely like not intake like the things he's put out into the world?
No, I think if you you could do whatever you want,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know.
Do you still listen to Michael Jackson?
I think did you ever? I feel like you didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
did.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my sister was like a big MJ fan,
Mhm.
Oh, done.
but yeah, you do you. I
Mhm.
mean, like some people can separate the art, but I don't think like us as a society needs to like. Or we all have our own individual take on things.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, but like I think we should agree that like what should be given a platform and what
Yeah,
shouldn't.
no, 100%,
So
yeah.
I remember applying to Cal Arts.
Wait, hold on. Did you see that he's married now?
Yeah, to like the Yeezy architect or something.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
Beautiful woman.
I didn't
That's-
see what
that's
she looks
real
like. That
love,
was just
like,
so random.
Being publicly anti-Semitic and you're
Yeah,
like, yeah, I'll still
and then
marry you.
getting married.
That's
crazy.
That is
Wow.
love.
That's real love. But that also does happen outside the entertainment industry too.
Uh,
I think we might think, oh, that's wild, she's doing that. But also like there's so many racist people I know that their girlfriends are like still like, all right.
yeah, like people like your age or like they're older.
Yeah, like people I
Okay.
know where I'm like, oh,
That's
this dude's
crazy.
outwardly racist.
Yeah.
And then their girlfriend's like, oh, you're so funny.
Yeah. But they're probably racist too. Like,
They're like, oh, it's not that. He's just joking. I'm like, I don't know. He was clenching his fist the whole time. He said that statement.
yeah, that's wild. That's actually pretty insane.
What was I
Yeah,
just
what were you
saying?
Cal Arts. You're playing Cal Arts.
I was playing in Cal Arts,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's also like a very liberal school.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I applied with like all my edits, and then
Mhm.
one song was like an XXX Tentacion song. It might have been two XXX Tentacion songs.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was like, oh, and I just made this video. X passed away to separate the art from the artist. And
Oh,
so many
God.
allegations like he beat his girlfriend
Oh,
with
my
a fucking
God.
pipe and put a knife in her
Is
vagina.
that why you didn't get in?
Oh,
I don't know, maybe.
That's crazy.
But I don't know. It wasn't meant to be. I'm glad I
Yeah,
didn't, because then
yeah.
I'd still just be in Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
But
So like, so if you got into Cal Arts, you wouldn't have gone to Emerson then?
yeah, I wouldn't have gone to Emerson.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, I remember like I was like crushed. I remember I was like,
yeah.
it was cool because I think just when I applied, it's also just when I started doing like comedy sketches. Like, and I did like the bars one that like popped
Yeah.
off, and then it what was I saying? Because yeah, I remember I want to go full send with like the
Mhm.
music video stuff and like those edits, but then I'm like, oh, cool. I'm also funny
Yeah.
and artistic.
It's all you, baby.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking get denied from the school.
Everything literally happens for a reason though. It's
Yeah.
real as fuck.
It sucks though when you're in that valley.
Yeah,
But then later
no,
you're
yeah.
like, oh,
But I think like
Alright.
I'm at a point now where I feel like I can see it. Like I have the perspective of it like now to like not be entirely like, oh, like wow, like
Yeah.
even still wanting something, but still like at least understanding like, okay, well, this is gonna lead me somewhere else.
that's true.
Because I think I told you of, like at least like not getting into CSUN and thinking I was a piece of shit. I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything in my life. But then I'm going to COC and like meeting you guys and shit. like,
Yeah.
So it's like literally everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
So,
it's because I remember like my first two years,
mhm,
or maybe about like first year and a half at like community college.
mhm.
I was like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? I'm such a
For
loser.
real, bro.
Why am I here?
For
Why
real.
is there a 70-year-old person in my class and you're the star student? Man, just going to community college just to flex on everyone.
I'm kind of down for that. Like,
We
if I
should
could
do-
restart, like,
Just
It
go
was-
in our film class.
it was like basically like high school 2.0. Like
yeah.
it just was not like when because I did all my gen ed stuff first
Mhm,
so that I could do all the other stuff later.
mhm.
And I'm glad I did it that way because
Yeah.
somebody told me that when I first started out, they're like, do it this way so that you can have fun
Yeah.
towards the end. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like kind of want to have fun now. But yeah, I'm glad I did it that way.
Yeah, I remember sitting in like my first English. It was like my first college class ever, and like I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I'm not gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna drop out. Like this is kind of insane.
I remember I thought that too because I
Yeah.
was like, fucking every rapper I know dropped out. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't even want to be a rapper. But
Yeah,
like,
I didn't. I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but like this school shit is bullshit.
yeah,
There's like,
damn, that's so far.
it's hard to like find that guidance
Yeah.
on like what to do, but
Yeah.
it's good to just have that as an option so that you could just like take that path and then just figure things out.
Do you feel like you had that guidance when you first started, or you like lost? Like you had no idea what the fuck you were doing?
No, yeah, I was pretty lost.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And especially like when I took that cinematography class, and then he's just like, don't. If you're interested in doing this, you should probably find something else to do because you're probably not going to make
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
That is wild as fuck.
I
What was that? It was Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
now
so
he's
wild.
fired. So
Wait, give more context. So there was a teacher that's what happened again?
yeah, there's a teacher who cinematography teacher at our community college who like dedicated the whole class one day to telling everybody that we should all find different careers because we're probably not going to make it. And then I was just like, bruh. So
You know what
That's
that also does
insane,
though,
dude.
because I remember seeing a video of like Elon Musk attending a class to like they wanted to speak to him,
Mhm.
and they said like, hey, I want to become an engineer, like make my own company too, and like be where you are. What
Mhm.
should I do? And then Elon Musk said like, you probably shouldn't do it because there's such a low percentage of doing it, of like
Mhm.
succeeding it. So like, I don't have any advice.
That's
and like that
insane.
was real advice because it's like whoever actually wants to do it will still do it, but
Yeah.
whoever they just want to do it, they'll be like, oh, that's right, and then back away.
Okay, I
Yeah.
guess that's fair.
But I don't know
still,
if that was his intention.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's more of just like everybody needs like a glimmer of hope and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like what are you gaining from just shitting on people?
That's true, but
It's like-
it also whiplashes people
Yeah.
where you're like, because sometimes I feel like I thrive off that, but it's
Yeah.
also like that. What did Dan Chen say? Because I think about that a lot about how he said you should switch from solar energy from
I remember-
fossil fuel energy
yeah.
to
renewable.
to renewable energy,
Yeah.
just so there's like a long term span.
Yeah,
I feel like people figure that out on their own though.
Yeah.
Like if they're into it enough as they say they are, then they're gonna stick with it. But if they're not, you kind of figure that stuff
Yeah.
out for yourself. But if somebody else who you're like looking up to says that, then like it cancels that out sooner than it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it doesn't give that buffer of like,
Yeah.
am I in it? Am I not? I
yeah,
don't
like
know.
figuring out. Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, especially if somebody, it's like a professor telling you, but in reality, that guy had nothing going for him. He was
Mhm.
just a loser. So he
Yeah.
was just like pushing that on to students. So I don't know.
I do notice that too. So I remember our last episode with Tyler and A, we had this one like coworker, because like me and Tyler were like chasing our thing. Like I was chasing a film,
Mhm.
and then Tyler was like chasing making his clothing brand. And then whenever we like made a step forward in what we were doing, this dude would be like, you're doing that? We're like, oh yeah. He's like, that's so gay. And like he's still doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. And then it's just more like you literally just can't listen to people. Like,
Yeah, it's
everybody's
crazy.
gonna
It
have some
does
shit to
really
say.
fuel me though.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I had this crazy ass like epiphany. And it could just be like me like overthinking. Because I read this book and it was talking about if you want to see patterns, you're gonna see patterns.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's real evidence like to it. So I feel like when you guys hear it, you guys might be able to like confirm it. But I feel like my life moves in 4-year stages. And it's the exact like every stage has a rise and fall. And it plays out exactly the same. Like every year, like I'm doing good, and then this year I'm doing bad. So let me just break down for you. So I remember, like it starts like I started high school in 2012. Like I started this whole new world, and like I didn't really like know where I was at. I was like just like figuring shit out for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And then I go into 10th grade, and then it's kind of like I fall on my ass. Like obviously I told you about my grades and shit. It's one of the
Sure.
worst years of my life. And then like, I deal with that for a year, and then I go into junior year, and it's more of like kind of me just picking up the pieces and me kind of getting it down, and then me going into my senior year, and then me kind of having it down and like me kind of thriving a little bit. And then so that 4 years end when I graduate high school, and then I start college, and I kind of like again I'm on this whole new world. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I go into the next year. I don't know if I talked about this, but like my mom lost her job. Like I think like around like 2017. So we were struggling like financially like crazy. So again, like I fucking feel like I fell on my ass like that year. It was like the year like I needed to start working and shit. And then the next year after that, like I kind of like I'm still like I'm working all these jobs, like I'm working full time, going to school full time, like I'm finally starting to get it down. I'm understanding like what I have to do.
Yeah.
And the next year after that, it was like 2019. I kind of like I got reunited like a lot of my friends from high school. Like I had this whole like big community. Like I was working jobs I love. So I feel like at that point in my life, like I kind of had it down. Like I was like thriving a little bit. And then 2020 comes, and like and it's the pandemic, and then it's kind of like now it's like I'm introduced to this whole new world, this whole new life and shit. I'm trying to figure it out. And then 2021 comes, and then again like now I'm dealing with all this fucking like all this anxiety and shit that I never had. Like I started like I think I told you like I've kind of broke down a little bit like all the drama was going on with all my friends in 2021. It was the worst year of my fucking life. I feel like I fell on my ass like and then like now I feel like I'm coming into like the fourth year.
Oh,
like this next, yeah. So it's like where I'm gonna be like thriving and everything. I'm finally kind of like getting it down and shit. Like,
but then are you saying next year it's gonna be
next
hard?
year? Like, well, next year it'll probably reset. Like I'll restart this cycle again of like I'm gonna start like a new like chapter in my life, like not really knowing what I'm doing. Like,
oh, that's interesting.
yeah.
I never thought about 4-year increments though.
Yeah, but I mean, so like it could be different for everybody, but like that's just like the way I've been perceiving it. Like,
Did the book you read say like it was 4 years?
no.
strictly,
So
or
the book I read only mentioned something about like about seeing patterns. Like if you want to see a pattern, you're gonna find a pattern. You know what I mean? Like, but I think everything I just told you, I feel like that's like pretty like that's like there. That's not me just like fucking making up shit. Like, so I was like, that's like wow. So I feel like if it literally happens again, like then it's like it's literally like it's confirmed. Like you know what I mean? Like so we just got to kind of wait and see how this year goes, and then kind of see what happens next year.
I think if like you're making the same mistakes, then you're probably gonna.
But I feel like it's not even necessarily like the same mistakes. It's just more of like life evolving. Because obviously, like you know, like if I wasn't falling and I wasn't like if I wasn't making mistakes, and it's like my life would just be like I would just be coasting and shit. Like, I wouldn't be growing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's like life throwing me these curveballs and shit, and like me having to learn and like and adjust to it. And I feel like now, obviously, like understanding the pattern and shit, like now, like I kind of know, like okay, well, like even if like let's say I go on this high for this whole year, like I know like it's not gonna last.
Oh.
So it's kind of like when I do come down off this high, it's like it won't be as hard of a fall. Like it's like knowing I'm kind of like expecting it, like to be coming and shit too.
Yeah.
So.
Because I think I have a pattern too for I think hobbies or like passions. Like I'll be like I don't know what was like. Except for a bit, I thought like my time spent for each hobby has been like 3 years at a time, where I'd go like skating and then go parkour and then I would do like music videos. But I think it slowly turned into like everything meshing together.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I think I could see that it does make sense, but I feel like I'd really have to think to apply that pattern increment.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just don't pay attention enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like it could just be different for everybody. Like,
yeah.
And also it could just be like my perception of my own life and shit too. So.
Oh.
But I just thought like I just had like a whole thing where I was like no fucking way. Like that doesn't make like there's no way. Like
have you journaled?
I started journaling.
Me too.
Yeah.
When'd you start?
I think probably like a month ago.
Oh, okay, I started 4 days.
Yeah.
How long do you journal for?
Which is like a day. Like just like probably like 20 minutes. Like,
oh damn, that's good.
I've fallen off maybe like the last week of it, but
oh okay.
Yeah.
Do you read back on it?
Sometimes. I mean I feel like I haven't really been doing it like too long to be like going like reading it, like be like, oh like wow, you know what I mean?
Oh okay.
Like, maybe after like 6 months I can go and like look back and like see the growth of it.
Yeah, I want to see because I don't know.
You said you started it 4 days ago?
Yeah, I started 4 days because Rick told me.
Yeah.
There's this fancy machine where it's basically a typewriter, but it's analog.
What do you mean analog?
It's like a calculator. Like it's like that calculator type of screen.
Yeah.
And then it's not connected. There's like no LCD screen. Like Rick told me, it kind of helps you focus because basically you could type into it and then it'll be connected to the cloud and it'll go straight onto your computer so you could read back on there. But like to help you focus and not be connected to like any technology.
Can you see what you're typing though?
You can see what you're typing.
Okay.
And then yeah, Rick said he's been doing that and it's helped him a lot.
Yeah.
And
that's
I've been
actually super fucking dope. Like,
yeah, but also that machine is like I think he told me it's $900. I'm like, that is insane, Rick.
Damn.
It's literally like insane. Just write down.
Yeah.
Just write it down.
It's crazy like being cool with adults because they have like adult money.
Yeah.
You know? Because he was like, hey, you want to go to like a spa with like me and Chris? And I was like, oh, where? He's like, oh, here. It's like I think like $300 for a day. And I'm like,
have fun.
Hey Rick, I'll be there in spirit. Just got a job right now.
You know what's crazy? It kind of breaks my heart a little bit because like Kevin came and talked about it, like Jenny's cousin.
Yeah.
He was talking about like he was like when he was growing up, like it was all just trying to figure out like, okay, if I go out tonight, like I have this amount of money.
Yeah.
I can spend this much on drinks and shit. And it's like now he's in a place where he has money, where he can go ball out and shit. But it's like, but he has responsibilities, like he has a family and shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's almost like he's over that life. But it's like, I was like, that sucks. I mean, I've always wanted to go out and just ball out and shit. But like,
yeah, it
I feel
sounds
like
fun.
by the time the money comes, like I'm gonna be over it. Like I'm not gonna be in that space to be doing that.
Because I also think being a factor is being like in a marriage or
Mhm.
a relationship, but also I don't want to be so. How old do you want to be when you want to be married?
I have no idea. I don't think I have like a timeline for that at all.
You don't have any like ball in the park. What's the phrase? Any,
No, I think it's just meeting
ballpark.
somebody and just knowing like I want to be with this person. Like,
You married with someone right now?
what I want?
Not right now, but like if you found the one, if you are the one, found the
Yeah,
one.
when I like want to be with them for a while though, like make sure like we're definitely like
How about kids?
I'm definitely like open to kids.
Like right now?
Not right, absolutely
Oh,
not
okay, I
right
was
now. Like I
like,
would literally myself. Like I would.
Whoa.
I didn't say that. I would.
You would?
I'm open to kids. Yeah, I just definitely not right now. Like I don't think
Would you yourself?
I wouldn't want to be alive if I had a kid. If that makes
Okay,
sense.
all right.
Yeah.
sorry, Dylan. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It was more for the bit.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I had a kid right now, like I feel like analyzing everything in my life, like I think I'd be able to, like I would handle it. Like I would be able to get
You
through
just
it.
be chilling in that corner over there.
Yeah, like literally, I think we could.
I like
still...
babies. I like babies with good posture. It's so funny. Have you seen that?
No,
Like I
haven't.
remember
It's
how this
such a
one
random
cousin.
thing, like-
He's like, wait, remind me to include a picture right here. Like my one, like I went in the Philippines, like in 2018. My like 6 or 7 year old cousin, just like the perfect posture. I'm like, this is a grown man.
Yeah, that's so sick. Literally has bula. Yeah, I think about that often. I mean, I feel like if I had a kid now, like I don't know, like, I don't know where my life would go.
What would you name it? Because all your energy would either go towards that kid,
Yeah,
or you
like
trying to improve
providing.
your own life, and then
Yeah.
you're kind of neglecting him.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Because
so it's
that's
like,
that's what I see.
yeah. So I don't think I'd be able to pour like too much. And I feel like already like just dealing with my mental health shit, like it'd just be such a tough balance. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey kid, you want some of this anxiety?
Yeah, literally, like I can give you some, bro.
You
Like,
want to hyperventilate? You ever
Yeah.
hyperventilate?
I've never hyperventilated before.
Oh.
Have you've had like panic attacks and shit?
I don't even know if I'm putting it in my head, but sometimes I do. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
If you're putting it in your head, what do you mean?
like if I'm like, this will help me feel better, because I don't even know if hyperventilate is unconscious or if you just do it to like trying to feel better.
Well, I think hyperventilating more comes from like you're freaking out, like you're almost trying to catch your breath, and then like that's stressing you out. That's
Okay.
almost like what panic attacks and anxiety attacks are. It's almost like it snowballs.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're feeling all this anxiety, so then it starts to stress you out. So then you start feeling more anxiety because of the anxiety, like, and then that makes anxiety even worse. And then it's like it's just a fucking. It's
Oh.
almost like a ping, like a pinball, like. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, okay. I think for me, it's more like I'm trying to make these thoughts and feelings leave me.
Yeah. So
that's
what do you
I
start
do.
doing? So you start making yourself hyperventilate.
I like hyperventilate. I don't make my. I'm like, this would feel better, and then I do that.
That's kind of good that you have that mindset though.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people could probably get like an anxiety attack or like a panic attack, and it like scars them. Like they
Oh.
never want to experience it again. Like, so it's like even the mere thought, it's like almost like that kind of triggers it sometimes. And you start like feeling like it's coming, and then you start to panic.
Because you know Steve Martin.
Yeah.
I'm like reading his book right now, and then he said, right? I think he said he like smoked a lot of weed or something.
Yeah.
And that's when he had like his first anxiety attack, and just when he was like popping off, that's when he had like the worst anxiety attacks.
Mhm.
But he said he didn't want these anxiety attacks to take over
Mhm.
his current successes and work ethic. So despite having it all, he would still go full send
Yeah.
with everything and still feel like he was gonna die.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild as fuck.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Because it is true. It's kind of don't let it take over.
Yeah.
Or use it as an excuse. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of like I have this, but I'm still doing this.
Yeah. I feel that. I think I've gotten to like a good place where like I feel like I understand like like my anxiety like isn't real. It's
Yeah.
almost just like the sensors are kind of fucked up in you. Like, but I think the only thing is like, so like I have OCD, which is like, it's like my anxiety is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, like what kind of anxiety do you get? You get that anxiety where you just kind of like your heart rate's pumping and you're just like a little bit like, you're like on edge, you're worried.
Yeah, it's more where it's like everything's wrong right now.
Yeah.
I have that.
So I feel like I don't necessarily get that like often, like anymore. But like I have a thing where it's like almost like I have like my OCD is all just virtually like it's just PTSD like of anxiety. Where it's like I think like I'll get like an intrusive thought and my brain immediately like it's like I'm not even like necessarily feeling like I'm only getting anxiety of the thought of having anxiety. So
Oh.
let's say like I see something and subconsciously like I'll think I'm like I'll brace myself like thinking I'm like, oh, that might give me anxiety, like I might be triggered by that. But it's like I'm not, it's just me fucking like, but it's like it's like almost like I don't even have like a choice over it, because it's just like it's the way my brain's wired right now. And it's like when especially like if I'm overstimulated and stuff, and like I think I was telling you about my phone, like just being on my phone too much. Like it's just like I'm at a point where it's like it's just there. It's there all the time and shit.
Yeah. Did you
So-
do it this morning? Did you? Get
No,
off
so
your
yeah,
phone?
and actually I feel so much better.
That's
like,
good.
which
I
is
think
crazy,
that was the
like-
main because when you said you were on your phone in the morning, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that really messes you up.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
I bet it's gonna be cured now.
yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I think as long as I even meditated, like when you called me, I was meditating. That's why I was sitting here. Like,
Then when I called him and we were in traffic, I was like, I could just imagine you right now just sitting in your spot, just waiting
Yeah.
for us in silence. And then he showed this room.
I was literally sitting right here too. Like,
It's like, this is sad.
but yeah, because I mean, I think I'm talking so much right now, but I think like I got like a routine down like a year ago of just being off my phone and like meditating.
Yeah.
And like within like 2 or 3 days, like my anxiety is virtually like it dials down to like a 2. But I think like just within the last couple months, I got like a really, 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 really horrible habit of being on my phone.
Yeah, it's
like, it was
terrible.
like a true addiction. So like I wasn't like I'd say for the last like couple months, like I have not felt like good. Like I've just like my anxiety's been like it's been there like the whole time,
Dang.
which fucking sucks. Like
Does it kind of
So-
give you excitement?
what? Like being like feeling good?
No, like getting a bit anxious because you're like, I have a little more of a pump in this.
No, I think what I'm saying it's the anxiety. Like I feel like I need to like sit down and like I need to write a chart for you because the
Oh.
anxiety I feel is so much different than just regular anxiety that like
Oh.
that people would feel. Like, the OCD has like changed it like tremendously like in me. It's almost like a hiccup. That's like the
Oh.
best way to say it. Like I just like imagine like you just have constant hiccups. Like I'm just like I'm feeling like that like all the time. Like just little shits triggering me for no reason.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's your biggest trigger?
There's nothing specific. It's just like there's just random shit. Like,
Imagine if we all just knew each other's trigger and then we just,
You just-
press it.
no. Yeah, you're a fucking villain, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. What is JAG? It says JAG up on your corner.
It's my initials.
When'd you put that up there?
When I painted the room, it was just like me, like my
Has it been there this whole time?
yeah, it's like my little signature on it.
That's insane because I just
Yeah.
noticed that yesterday.
Okay, well, because this was the speakers were up there. I told you I'm selling them,
Oh, okay.
so that's why
Want
it's
to
like
advertise it right now?
the speakers. Yeah, okay. Guys, I'm selling these bookshelf speakers.
Wait.
Hey, my MC.
Oh yeah, there's an MC on top.
Okay, I got it.
You mother.
I'm selling 2 of these. They're in a set. They're a pair. You can buy them for $200 at Best Buy, or you can come to me. I'm gonna try to sell them for $150. You can maybe come negotiate with me, see what you want to do.
What kind of speaker? Or what's the
They're-
brand?
They're
Or-
Sony bookshelf speakers. They got the copper. I don't even know what you would call these, but you just put the copper wire in here and you tighten it up. They're great speakers. They're beautiful. The only thing I bought them, I have 2 in the front and they're great. They're great front speakers. I bought these to be surround sound speakers, but they're not surround sound speakers. So like it has a different sound to it. And I didn't like the way it sounded. So I got like, they've been up here for over a year and they haven't even plugged in.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What if we
so-
start using this as a meme? We just sell stuff we don't want.
I'm so down to do that.
Like we don't even. It's not. It's just a selling podcast.
Yeah, literally. So hey guys, I'm selling have you seen those like infomercials?
Like live streams on TikTok where they sell stuff.
Kind of where like they're selling like jewelry and shit.
Yeah.
That would actually be so cool.
That'd be
Like,
sick. Also, wait, hold up. Sienna
mhm.
said she was.
What are you gonna ask her?
Oh, never mind. She said she's hungover and tired.
Okay.
Never mind. That's so funny.
What are we at right now, Dylan?
106.
Okay.
Also have an interview with an intern, potential intern.
It's very true. What
Well,
time
we
is it
have
right
an
now?
interview with a couple interns.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and if you guys want an income intern for our podcast, kind of learn some things.
Wait, you want more people on board?
What?
You
Well,
wanna-
yeah, we could just do like a
throwing it
little.
up there. Yeah, we
Let's
could have
just
like
let's get like 5 people.
let's give
Yeah,
5.
I would be
people and
sick.
they
That's
sit
what
in
I
a
was
corner.
saying to have kind of like a
A posse.
yeah. Where we're just like we can like so obviously we don't have to rely on one person. It can just be like whoever's available, like they can come help.
Oh, I
Oh.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
Then,
network.
then I'll be like, "What's your name again?" Oh yeah, sorry. Could you? And then
Belittle him.
I'll expect them to know something, and then
Yeah.
I like didn't teach them, and then they'll just be like holding a grudge against me and thinking I'm like mean, but I'm
Okay,
not, and I'm
why?
not mean, and I'm like I'm actually a cool guy, and like.
It sounds like these all this high thoughts, bro.
Don't I think about it? We have the same thing because I remember, what was it? It was I remember Han because I really think Dylan and I were on the same page. Remember I texted Han, his episode came out, and then he texted it. He didn't text me back for like a while, and then Dylan, you were like, "Oh, it's because I over clickbaited the title. Maybe that's why he
Oh,
didn't respond."
yeah.
And then I was like, maybe I went too far with the dick jokes. Maybe was it cloud chasing? I don't know. I just want a
I'm
conversation.
sitting here like, I think he really liked me.
God.
Yeah.
Did he end up getting back to you?
Yeah, he's like, oh, dude. He's like, oh, it's sick. I'll check it out. Sorry, like I'm on vacation right now. He's like, also cool. Your guys' reels have been doing well. Good shit, man. And he's like, Happy New Year's, brother. And I was like, oh, you're the fucking. What's wrong with my mind?
Dude.
Yeah.
He
So
was so sweet.
Neurotic. That's
Do you
the
know-
word.
Do you know who Boo Boo Stewart is?
No.
Let me look him up.
Is he a rapper?
No, he's
He's a
an
Rod
actor.
Stewart's
He was,
brother?
on Disney Channel.
Is he gonna be on the pod?
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna get him.
Really?
But he reminds me so much of.
Make sure to move your mic with you, I guess.
Wait, why? He's neurotic too?
No, none of that. No, he reminds
No.
me of.
None of that bullshit. This is a black man? Oh, Boo. Oh. Boo Boo sounded like it'd be black.
Yeah, I don't know why this is his name. Somebody that doesn't look like him.
I don't see it.
Can you move your mic?
He looks like lesbian Han.
Lesbian Han.
I'm telling Han.
Hey, I'm not
True.
insulting Han. I'm insulting. It's a compliment. Han's a good looking dude.
No, he is.
Why
He's
is
weird
this-
looking. I have no idea. You don't think that looks like him a little bit, Dylan?
What's his name again?
Boo Boo Stewart?
I don't see it. He looks way more Hawaiian.
Kinda see-
Yeah, no, he definitely has like a little bit more Hawaiian like to him, but
He
it's
does
the
look
hair.
like-
So let's.
He does look like lesbian Han. Do you see that?
I see that.
He looks like he's barely smiling in that photo.
Okay.
Where he's like, they took it right before he fully smiled.
Yeah, I get that.
We have to take a. It sucked because we can't really show the full thing just because we don't have screen recording. Just search up Boo Boo Stewart and press like the 8th photo.
Yeah,
all right,
well, we
whoever-
can just put this in the edit.
That's true. But then, that tweets down for whoever's editing. That's a long
That's
time.
true. Yeah, that's fair. It's a lot of inserts.
Hey, wait. Who else you got beef with? That was gonna be our topic.
I don't think I have any beef with
Okay. It was
anybody else. I mean, you know, I don't really want to get it. I could tell you this off camera.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
but I definitely, I think I told you, like, I had like a lot of shit go down with like all of my friends, like,
Oh.
like 2021.
Oh, okay.
Like just beefing with, not necessarily beefing, but just bumping heads. I think everybody just coming out of quarantine.
Oh.
You have a
That's
lot.
anger.
How many friends do you have in your friend group, Jared?
Probably like 20.
20 that you talk to concurrently.
Yeah. I mean, it comes and goes. Like people like feelings get hurt. People like leave for a bit. We start talking to somebody new for a while. They come in for a bit. It's just like, it's like a constant like ebb and
Start
flow.
dating
like,
somebody in there.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is everyone in that group fucking?
Not necessarily. Not
It's a lot of
anymore.
That's a lot. Like,
That's a lot of people.
I
Yeah,
have
there's
like
a lot
a
of
core. I still have like my core group of friends from high school.
Yeah.
But it's like max like I don't know 7 people or something.
Yeah.
8 people.
No, it is. It's definitely, it is a shitload of people. But I mean, I don't know. I think it is like, there's like a solid like group of guys in there that are like we're all friends. We've known each other. It's also because I mean, we've known each other since like 9th grade and shit.
Oh.
But I mean, a lot of the problems, like it kind of sucks to say, I don't know if I'm gonna get backlash for this. Like a lot of the problems like did stem from girls.
Oh.
So like girls kind of just don't really have, girls just don't know how to be friends.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah. So
'Cause I remember I had a friend group in high school.
Mhm.
It was like all the dudes
Yeah.
were all cool,
Yeah.
but then there was like all the girls in the group. None of them were friends after the
Mhm.
group
Yeah.
broke out.
Literally.
And why is that?
I think it comes from like, I think it might come from just like the systematic of like gender roles and shit, of like guys like oppressing women like for all these years, which I would think would like make women stronger with each other, but I think like that probably drives them apart from each other.
Oh.
Like I don't, it's weird. Like, I feel like I don't understand the science of it entirely, but
'Cause, yeah, I don't.
I think
either.
it definitely stems from that.
I think guys, yeah, like we're just baked into like to like let things slide.
Yeah.
And just like get over things.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's okay to be emotional and like
Yeah.
think about like now that we're adults, we do that.
Yeah.
now, but like when we were younger, I feel like it's just like
Yeah, because I think that there are a lot of shit that I feel like my guy friends have done to me that I feel like I necessarily didn't have the emotional intelligence then to like, because like if you did that shit to me now, like I probably wouldn't be friends with you,
Yeah.
like as an adult. But I think we were kids and shit. And I feel like that's something I can understand a little bit too. Is like we're like this. I don't hold grudges about shit. But there are, because I think I like all that shit I told you about Michael.
Yeah.
Like he did that shit to my crush where he like commented on her shit.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Like that was some fucked up shit. Like I don't care.
That's
Like
so
that
funny.
is like
That's
that is
so
some childish
fucked up,
shit. Like, and I think I don't know.
That's
There's, like,
some Nick Nesbitt shit.
yeah, there's some childish ass shit.
for sure.
Because there's even like he's done other stuff like more recently, but I think just kind of like with the foundation of friendship that I have with him, like it kind of like lets shit blow over easily, more easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen. I think I've talked about that like on here, saying like girls have this thing where like or let's say we meet, and let's say like I'm kind of like I'm in the talkative, I'm like in my outgoing mood, and you're kind of like you're feeling a little bit like introverted that day.
Yeah.
So I go up to you, I'm like, hey, what's up? And you're not really giving me the energy I was expecting you to give me. So instead of me being like a conscious human being, understand not everything's about me, I'm gonna understand like, okay, well maybe he's just having an off day, like whatever, it's not about me. And then like, I go on my day and I'm like, okay, and then we meet another time and like, I find out you're kind of cool because we start getting to know each other, and that's just kind of it. Like it's over from there. Like, but what girls do is like they'll see that and they'll take it personal. They'll be like, yeah, like, oh, she doesn't fuck with me, like whatever. So then like they'll go and like they'll interact again later, like at some other point in the future. And let's say like you're in a better mood, like you're not going, but I already have this perception. Like, I went up to you the first time, you didn't give me the energy I wanted, so now I'm gonna be kind of cold with you, and like I'm gonna give you some weird energy. So then like you come to me, you're like, hey, what's up? And like I'm kind of weird with you. It might not be like straight up like, oh fuck you, but it's just more of like I have a different vibe now. And now you take that and you're like, oh, she's weird. Like I didn't like that. So like now we both have this weird fucking thing with each other, and it's like it's not real. Like it's just after some fucked up perceptions of each other. Like so you guys go and then they run with that. Like
because the thing is, I think I hold grudges though the same way as a girl might. Yeah. Where I'm like, oh, this fucking person.
You just mansplain right now.
Yeah, you mansplained, dude.
I mansplained?
Yeah.
That was mansplaining?
Yeah.
Do you know what mansplaining means?
Yeah.
It means man explaining.
Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah.
I don't think you knew that.
Dylan, are you listening? Dylan, I don't think you're getting it.
I'm gonna get a whiteboard in here where we really explain some shit.
That was good.
But yeah, because I mean, I think I was talking to this girl last year, and it was funny because she was telling me about like all these like her coworkers, and they were like such bitches to her. And then I was like, oh, like hearing the story, I was like, oh, that sucks. Like that's so sad. And then I think a couple months later, like somebody came to me, they're like, oh, dude, like I need a photographer, and she was a photographer. So then like I what's the word? I referred her. And then like it was gonna be for like a maternity shoot. So this girl was pregnant. So I guess the girl that was pregnant, she used to work with her.
Oh.
And she was like she was saying the same shit, like, oh, she was like this, she was such a bitch, and she was giving me bad vibes. Yeah. And I was just like, bro, what is the truth then? I was like, where did this start? Like
whenever I see like a huge group of girls, like girl group, I'm like, I feel like a lot of them hate each other. But when it's like with a boy, it's like all boys, like oh, we're in the locker room doing gay shit.
Good vibes, yeah, it's great. Yeah, because I just
dude, the locker rooms were wild.
That was
oh my god,
very childish.
I remember in like 7th, 8th grade, just because I was Asian. My friend Paul Kim, he like was like, yeah, this is like the Asian gang, and there was like 4 of them. It was like my friends. It was like 4 or 5 of them, and they're all like Filipino or Asian. And I was like, oh, cool, I want to join. Like, there's an initiation. I'm like, initiation, and pretty much they just pinch your nipples every time they see you. And then I was like,
that.
Yeah, and I hate it because I'm like, how many times do you have to do it? Like, it went to the point where I was like, I'd tear up because I would just be telling friends, and then like 5 of them would just gang on me.
That's
and then
so fucking
like,
annoying,
it was literally
bro.
like terrifying. I was like, I feel like I'm in the hood. I'm just gonna get jumped.
Yeah, I do not fuck with that.
And then I was like, I remember at one point, like John Well, who is still like a longtime friend.
John Wick?
His name is John Well.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Wick. And then I remember I was like, yo, dude, stop telling your friends to like stop fucking with me.
Yeah.
And then I remember like he was like skinnier than me and he was like smaller. So like I had to pick on the smallest dude to make everyone stop fucking with me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, better make him stop. And he was like, oh yeah, all right. And then like I remember like pushed him against the corner. I like pinched his nipples by himself. I was like ragdolling him. Like I had to like get back because I was like, because I remember like I take my shirt off at home.
Yeah.
And then like my mom would be like, what happened to your nipples? Yeah, it would be like just red all over. Like it was bad. Like it was so bad. And then I remember
girlfriend, mom.
Yeah.
You were freaky. Like don't worry
7th
about
grade.
it.
And then I remember at one point, I think like the final straw was like I think like 3 or 4 of them like grouped around me and like pinched my nipples, and I like socked one in the face. And then he like stopped, and I think that like knocked everyone into place. Like, all right, guys, we got to keep. Because I just wanted to be cool, yo. But then it's turned into like this game.
Like excessive.
Yeah, it was like, all right, this is.
How long would that have gone on for if you didn't fight?
I feel like it went on for like a month or 2.
But like, how long do you think it would have gone for? Like if you didn't stop it?
I don't know. Yeah,
that's
pretty cool. Because I was cool with all of them. I was like, what the fuck is this gang shit, dude? But yeah, that's some junior high shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think with this one dude came into like he was like new in 6th grade. And just for fun, we just did body shots on him to like initiate him like into our shit, like just beating the shit out of him. Like,
but it kind of like makes you someone.
Oh, I thought of like
he was like our boy.
You put like
body shot.
Yeah,
oh
yeah, we were. Yeah, I brought some vodka to school.
Now drink out of me.
We were freaks.
Come on, Johnny, your turn. Please join a gay junior high school.
I don't want to, please.
It's wild.
We're at 117.
Okay. I think we can call it
Last
here.
minute beef? Any last minute? I have one.
Nah, let's hear it.
It's not even. It was basically, I was friends with like this dude from like junior high school to like high school to like beginning of college, and he was always like that cool like rich friend that who was like captain of like the soccer team of like a private school, and he was like, he's that dude. But then I feel like I noticed like over time, I think he was just keeping me around just to feel better about himself. Like one of those people. Like I remember, he'd be like the type to be like, it just felt like belittling being around him because like he had like all the money, but like whenever if you went out as like a freshman and you ate out with his family, they'd be like, oh yeah, let's all get entrees, and he's like, oh, but you can only get an appetizer.
You're lying.
And I was like, oh okay, like this is
that's
normal.
weird.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so
and
weird.
like every time like we'd go over, I like put my foot on like the table because he was doing it too, and he was like, don't do that, and I'm like, oh, but you're doing it. He's like, yeah, but it's my house, and I'm like,
that's like such a power move.
it's a
like,
power
just
move thing. It was like always like such big power moves. And then what else happened? I don't know, he would just do like little power moves and stuff like that. But I remember my parents, like after they got like a newer house, and then like it was all like parent shit. This is all like petty stuff. But like he came into like my house for the first time, and like it was like bigger than his.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, this is a big house. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then he was like, okay. And then he just got like really quiet. Like he's like, because I think he had like a money thing where it was like, this is why I'm over you and this is why I keep you around. But then after that,
like after he saw you had money, like,
I was like, it's not like I don't want that to be a thing. Like it's not even it's like my parents.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like, but he would flex, like he'd be the type to like just carry hundreds and like flex it and like act like he was a rapper.
How old were you guys?
We were like freshmen in college.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like it was like when the SoundCloud rap scene was dominating, and then I was like, damn, like this isn't like a good dude.
That's a weird.
Like,
that's a weird way to be acting at like 18.
Yeah,
19,
like 18, 19,
right?
and then I what's it called? I had I don't know what was it. Yeah, I don't know. He would just. I remember we went to like a trip together, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll just pay for this thing." And then I was like, "Oh okay." And then like later, I was like, "How much do I owe you?" He's like, "Oh, just Venmo me all this money." And I was like, "Can I see your receipt?" He's like, "I don't have it." I'm like, "I feel like you just put in your pocket." You put in his pocket, and it was like half of what the receipt was.
Yeah.
So you want me to like send him more money than what was actually a thing?
That's insane.
And I'm like, this is weird. And then I remember like the first time he was outside of his house to get by himself. He would just be like wildly disrespectful. Like he would like spit on paintings in the hallways, and I'm like, this isn't really a good dude. And then I remember I just like pretty much just like cut him off completely because I'm like, damn, like this dude really will just keep me around to feel better about himself. And then I remember I saw him recently because he was like this dude, like he'd make fun of me for being a virgin too, and like he'd be fucking all these girls. And then I saw him like recently in like a mutual friend's photo, and he like. I think he like dropped out of like the 4 year he was in. He got injured from soccer, so like he wasn't like working out or anything, but like he just looked like pretty big. Yeah. Like he was like round faced. Okay, and like I think he like only games, and like he's not like the star how like he always built himself up to be. And he was like a bigger dude now. And like I kind of got like sad. I was like, damn, I had like all this angst for him, but like now I just feel bad for you.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
But like I sometimes like drive past because he was like a long-term friend. Yeah. And I'm like, damn. Like I want to reach out, but also like that wasn't a good dude. Yeah. And like I don't know if I say this in hopes of like, oh, maybe he watches this. I don't think he watches this. Yeah. But it's just weird to be like, damn, I had this angst, but like you weren't a good dude, and like now I feel bad for you.
Yeah,
it's
but I mean,
like
it's just well, I think it's just more of like just having humanity for people and shit. Yeah. Like, you just like don't think like you like owe him anything and shit.
Yeah. Because we had a mutual friend, and then we just like hang out at his house a lot. And I like sent a picture of like 4 years ago from Snapchat, and then she was like, "Wow, that's." Contradicting what I said earlier about seeing the 4 year ago time hop thing, but we like I sent a video and we're like, this is a dark time, and she's like, yeah, it was, and I was like, damn. But yeah, there are those people who like just want to keep you around because they want to outdo you.
That's insane. Yeah, that's
like they don't want to push you. They were just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's beef. It's more like, damn, I think about this sometimes.
I think it's more just like a life experience at that point. Like, that's crazy. That's like honestly super depressing.
Yeah, it is. I was like, it is, right? I like thought about it. I was like, I don't know how to share this. I don't know why I should share this, but I just had this.
Like, it's like an outlet, you know what I mean? Like, so
I don't know where he is. I'm not gonna say I hope you're doing well. I just like I hope you're. I don't know.
You're cool.
I hope. Yeah. Pretty sad.
It's insane.
Very sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm at a place now where I can like analyze everybody in my life, and like after just dealing with so many people, I think a lot of people see like obviously I have all these friends like in my group and shit, but I think there's like, I think like I have like a decent, like I'm a decent judge of character now.
Yeah.
So I can tell like the people that are around me, they're like genuine or like they're fucking like they're not perfect people like at all. Like,
Yeah.
But like I can tell at least like the reason they're in my life is like for a reason and shit. Like so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for this doesn't feel right. We never do this. I don't want to shake
Hug
your
and
hand.
kiss.
We usually hug and kiss. We don't shake hands.
Crazy.
Thanks for coming clean. Anything to say, Dylan? Anything to say about lesbian Hanbit behind you?
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing
Great.
your thing.
Keep doing your thing. Thank you.
All right, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Don't subscribe.
Yo, what the? Touch on my love, on my rap, on my wet. Love on my wet. Yeah. Touch on my rap, on my love, on my rap, on my. Why do you want my dick all up inside your lips? Wanna just grab